G'day and welcome to episode 67 of Trent365. Today is Monday, the 5th of February. Influencers are real, and they really always have been. It's just their platforms that have changed. Whereas once upon a time it was newspapers and magazines and Hollywood movies, these days it's more about YouTube, Instagram and Snapchat. There was a story out of the UK recently that got a lot of coverage about a hotel owner who basically named and shamed a social media influencer for asking for free hotel rooms in return for a review of his hotel. And his attitude was basically, she's not a real journalist, she doesn't work for any of the big publications, she's just somebody who's got a bit of a following on YouTube and Instagram. But guess what? That following was over 80,000 on YouTube and over 70,000 on Instagram. And it's not just the number of likes or followers, it's the engagement that you have. And if you look at the posts this person had, there was always engagement. On Instagram there was, multiple thousands of likes. Same on YouTube, there was hundreds of comments. So the influence that she had, at least over her group of followers, was very real, and arguably more so than what you would get in traditional media. But what was really interesting to me was to see the number of comments that came out that supported the GM's approach that basically these social media influencers aren't the real thing at all. And look, I'm not suggesting for 1 second that there aren't a bunch of fake influencers out there, because there are. But if you look at the engagement that people have with their fans and their followers, the reality is that these people have much more influence over their little group of followers or big group of followers than what traditional media probably ever had. The trick is in finding not only the engagement, but also the audience. If this person has got influence amongst sort of 13 to 15-year-old girls, then a guy that's got a 5-star hotel in the middle of the UK is probably not really interested in their audience. But if her crowd was sort of 25 to 35-year-old, the single yuppie crowd with lots of money to spend, then hey, I'd be doing everything I could to try and get a good review out of somebody like that. And look, just on the whole pay-to-play thing, that's really never changed. Traditional travel magazines or journalists or travel agents have always gotten free rooms and meals and tours in exchange for doing a review. So that hasn't changed. The fact that this influencer is asking for free accommodation in return for a review, it's the same process. People just somehow believe that the integrity of the magazine is going to be higher than the integrity of this particular influencer, which is not necessarily going to be the case. So the lesson from this story is, do not underestimate the power of social media influencers. Just make sure you get the right ones. Thanks for tuning in. You can subscribe on iTunes, Google Play Store, Overcast, or just follow along on the social streams. And I'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.